All right, we're live. Let's see. Let's put up, thinking a 15-minute prediction. Yeah. Let's turn down Walk in the Woods slightly. That should be good. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right, let's see. Just squirreling everything else away. Let's go ahead and cover everything here. So this is an OFCRA match. However, they've got BIA on tonight, so it's going to be... let me actually do a quick final tally in the TeamSpeak here. We're actually up to 141, so let me edit the title real quick. It's now 140 plus players. Awesome. All right. Otherwise, this is meant to be Vietnam 1972 after a raid on a joint USA-RVN patrol by the VC. They fell back to the jungle. This is not the first of these attacks, and so to stop more, it was deemed by High Command to dispatch some SOG teams to assist in gathering intelligence on OPFOR. McAfee SOG did their job and found not only key intelligence on VC operations, or not only key intelligence on VC operations in the area, but also areas in which the VC were basing their attacks from. We need to keep that intel secure and raid that city now before any more attacks can happen. Be careful. They have had time to build up, and they know that we are coming. Most slots don't require SOG CDLC. Only squad and team leads may have short-range radios. Squad leaders have micro dagger for navigation. Intel stealing objectives can be performed by any Red 4 time scroll wheeled action. All right, operations here are as follows for the objectives here. First objectives, the common objectives, capture the hilltop before the 50-minute mark. Hilltop is up here. OPFOR is going to be spawning in this AO though, so this is worth 4 points by the 50-minute mark. And then capture the city by the end of the game, 5 points. Basically, whoever has more people in the zone will get those points. Might be really tough to tell by the end, but we'll see. OPFOR appeared to be spawning in that location. Otherwise, Blue 4, protect the intel in FOB Chisel for 40 minutes. So basically, prevent OPFOR from breaking into this FOB, stealing intel, and leaving. Any OPFOR guy can take that. If they're able to prevent it, they get 3 points. And then there's 2 tiers of Supremacy. Supremacy 1 is less than 15 enemies alive, you get a point. Supremacy 2, less than 5 enemies alive, you get a second point. So 15 and 5. OPFOR have the same Supremacy, and then they also have the ability to steal that intel for 3 points. I'm going to be honest. I don't really see a point in OPFOR leaving their defensive positions. We're going to be going in the game in 4 minutes and then 8-minute warm-up. Based on the fact that this is worth 4 points, it's worth 5, and that's worth 3. I guess just to use the boats to go forward, hit that spot, and try to fall back, but Blue 4 is going to be spawning in 3 different locations, 2 being ARVN positions, 1 being an ARVN position, and 2 being US positions. Meanwhile, OPFOR as VC are spawning across 3 different spots with that. Looking at the rest of the roster here, looking at what assets we have. Settler is going to be commanding Blue 4. Depso is going to be commanding OPFOR. BIA are actually within both groups. My bad. Whoops. I thought there was only going to be one side, but no, they're kind of mixed up in between. So I'm actually going to void that poll real quick and remake it, just to say it's Blue 4 attacking, OPFOR defending. My bad. Because BIA is kind of spread up between both sides. I thought it was one and the other, but nope, that's fine. So sorry about that. Poll is back up. And now let me look back. By the way, this is all available in the mission command. It gives you to the link that I'm reading all this information off of. VC have some gun crews.
Send in Goat Team 6.
And a mortar is going to be in play. All right. That's on Blue 4. I'm trying to look, or excuse me, Op 4. Blue 4 has some air cav units. We're going to see a lot of grenadiers as well, which are really, really good in PvP. But I'm seeing multiple gun bags, so maybe some static PKMs, or maybe some Dishkas, or maybe some static MG42s. It's tough to say. Blue 4 appear to have air cav snipers as well. Blue 4 also have some SOG teams to play with. And then it's a lot of ARVN. Oh, we got some air cavs in play here. I can't tell what's what. Actually, no, there it is. So we have 2 UH-1Hs. We've got a UH-1C Iroquois and a UH-34. So I'm assuming the static guns are going to be basically to help shoot down enemy aircraft. So they have to be 12.7 or something that has armor-defeating ammo that can shoot out a helicopter. Then again, a PKM can also shoot out a helicopter if you put enough rounds into it. But otherwise, it's going to mainly be AirCav and SOG doing all this stuff. So based on the fact I'm seeing AirCav and ARVN, that means SOG is probably spawning in the actual defensive fob at Chisel here, but we'll have to see how things go. Otherwise, XWelt, thanks for the 20-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. You're not spelling it wrong. That's kind of weird. The bot might be dead. Let me try. Nope, the bot's dead. That's funny as hell. Alright. That's a shame because we have a multi on today as well. But let me go ahead and edit the mission command because I was listing groups in certain slots, but that's not the case. So let me put that there, and then let me grab the multi for you guys. And the map is just one from the Unsung mod. But yeah, I don't know why. Twitch... I did some research last night because I was just curious, and I also did part of my content review. Every 6 months now, used to be 3, I then expanded to 4, then 5, then 6, because as I, you know, do more stuff. I was just checking in July's, and I don't know why, but it seems July seems to be the time where I have a lot of Twitch-related issues. And that's just been the case since, I guess, COVID. But... that's weird. Anyway, we got signs in play to show them what they're fighting, and I know for a fact that's not going to fix PID. I'm writing down my timestamps here. We got some SOG music going. Otherwise, Blue 4, these are going to be our air cav units, so we've got multiple Hueys here. They've got side M60 door guns. We've got a Hog here. This is the Iroquois C, and it's got twin minigun turrets, so M134s. And then some sighted M60s here, and then we've got the UH-34, which has a side gun. 2 side guns, actually. We'll actually be seeing this in the upcoming... oh, it's got some rocket pods, too. Ooh, that's going to be fun. Otherwise, Blue 4 here, we got the Super Bazooka. We've got the M16s in play here. We got a bunch of guys checking in. We got air cav helmets. We got some M79 Grenadier rifles. All right, your classic air cav style unit here. I don't see any M60s, though. So they're going to be purely riflemen and Grenadiers. We'll only do one more flyover. Okay, no, we do have some M60s in play, though. And we also got, again, those Super Bazookas. We got the snipers over here as well. And then spotters with Mark 14s. All right. ARVN, let's take a look at them. We're going to be seeing some gun cars coming in here. With some 113s, some more gun trucks as well. We got some Thompsons in play here. Someone just got shot to shit. Otherwise, they're going to be having Thompsons, 1919 A60s, Mark 14s, basically stuff left over from World War II and the Korean War. And then we got some M72 Laws in play as well.
You miss those things. Yes, I'm missing.
Very interesting. And then we've got the SOG guys in play here. We got some scoped Mark 14, some, what is that? Is that a Swedish? That is a Swedish M45. They're digging some spider holes from themselves. We got some 203s on some of their rifles as well. And then some M72s in play. All right.
You're gonna stick with Roy.
That's quite nice. I gotta shoot Nemesis a message and let him know this is going on, to be honest. But let's look at Op4 here. For Op4, we got some BTR 40s with some Dishkas on top. We got some RPGs, some AKs in play. I also saw an AK or two on some of the SOG kits, which is nice. There's some of the RPKs.
Yeah, of course. We're gonna be scouting out.
And they got all their pith helmets here.
I'm gonna relog.
And I'm assuming that's going to be the same kit for all of them because they're all the same faction. We got some, that's an M84. So that's a 250 round box mag. Check PKM. So that's got a lot of firepower. Got another one of those in play as well. So some very, very heavy weaponry being given to some of these guys. Got some PPSHs in play as well. A lot of drum mags I'm seeing. We got some simple vehicles down as well. And then looking over here, this is the hilltop. We got some more VC in play. We got another BTR 40 with the Dishka on top. That's a bar. World War II 20 round machine gun. We got the mortars in play right here. We got a foxhole dug, or excuse me, a spider hole. We got some MP40s also in play. And some AKs. All right. And then we got some random VC positions around as well. And we got some of those gun bags down here. These guys are scaling down the hill, but this is pretty much the AO. And we got a very limited render distance with that. But let's go ahead and look at our boats here. We just have some simple gosh, I forget the term for those. They're not pontoons. They're just some wooden dinghies, to be honest, with some engines, and that's gonna get them across. Otherwise, we got a lot of Vix transversing around. They've got all the kits labeled here. So that's SOG, that's ARVN, and that's AirCav. Let me go shoot Nemesis a message.
Go to the boats on the pier.
And it sounds like they're getting people organized to get on the pier here. And my Discord app is not loading on my phone. There it is. Hey broski, comma, if you have a second, come check out the stream right now, comma.
Okay, looks like we go to the fucking boat. Why? Bread?
Here, we'll see if he comes over. One second. So I'm not going to be streaming Pod tonight because after this, Bloodwing's also going to get off of work. We're going to peel about 7 dozen apples and try juicing them. And if for this upcoming cider batch, and if we find that's just way too messy, then we'll just rent out an apple press. But I got to find one, but that's for the next batch, which won't be for a few months anyway. But whew. So if I do another stream tonight, it's unlikely because I also got to get with Neko. I got to review the SCP up we're doing this Saturday. I got that announced. I opened it up. There were a few technical issues that I want to go over with her on that. And then I want to go over Benghazi with her and then get that sent to Karma and Muskul and then have basically 2 weeks of COG Ops finished up. So there's a lot. There's a lot for us to work with, but we'll get there when we get there. Now, I don't know what the gun bags are that some of the groups have. That could also be some additional AA, but I know for a fact these M84s can also be quite effective because of how big the ammo boxes are, so see how things go. Ops about to start as well. We'll have to see how Blue 4 reinforces.
Follow me! Follow him.
But again, it looks like they're going to try to take some Op 4 across here because the only other route they can take is coming around over here on this bridge. to then get to the base. So there's only a small amount of units that can attack. But again, I don't really see a point in Op for attacking because that objective's only worth 3 points. But maybe for a quick raid, get in, get out, but we'll have to see.
Oh yeah, you're close, you're right.
We will have to see. But yeah, today I think is just going to be a lot of editing on my end, and then tomorrow, Vix has already told me she's kidnapping me again for another first MEU op, and then we'll be covering F&F. Sounds like they're doing a countdown.
Move.
Well, the mission did not. There it is.
16 hours. 16 hours.
I think that's meant to be a clock time instead of the mission stop time. That took me a while to figure out as well. But we'll be doing that, and then I might do some more mission dev. But then this Saturday, there's going to be 1 or 2 PvP rounds, and there's going to be something I record, which I'll be able to publish later because of certain things going on. And if you're smart, you can probably guess what it is, or at least what it's related to. Then I've got the SCP op, and then we got the Karma Cut op. So that's at least, 3 or 4 streams with an additional recording on top. So it's a lot. Anyway, Blue Force now fanning out. They gotta basically hold out with the SOG teams at the base until ground forces can get in as well as air forces. Looks like the air force kind of faltered here though, because we didn't see all the aircraft loaded in time. So they might have to do multiple waves. And we got one Vic just outright taking off on its own without loading anyone. That's supposed to be a transport Vic, so I don't know what these guys are doing. Maybe instead they're gonna go and pull out the blue 4 units. That makes absolutely no sense. And then we've got these guys moving out. So a massive confusion going on right here. More air assets taking off with, well, they have a few guys in there. We got another pilot. I guess he's gonna funnel in the rest of these guys. And then maybe this pilot's also gonna funnel in, but they're just waiting it out. That's kind of weird that we got a helicopter already taking off and not really doing much else, but we got these boats coming in. That's gonna be 9 players dismounting right here and probably moving in from the north. But that's such a weird call.
I stick with Shay. We'll use somewhat of a space in because we've got the fucking radar to mount.
We'll just have to see how things go. Good old psyops, yeah. Maybe some sort of false flag, or maybe something to spook them with. Maybe if they think, make OPFOR think they're already putting forces on deck, then that'll ward off an attack. Blue 4's already left this position, though. They're not going to hold it for defense, meaning they might go aggressive early on, and they're going to allow forces coming in to play defense. But I don't know, that's so weird. Because if it's a psyop, they should be going right towards the river where the boats are coming in on. Because you would think that Blue 4's ground convoy, in order to get this at the 50-minute mark, they have to cut through the town here. So they have to instead play defense on the 40-minute and then come in and hit the town from the north. But Air Cav is going to have to be the ones landing over to try to take the hilltop. So I don't know what either ground command is planning here, but we'll see what they go with. Alright, so they've dismounted 3 dudes. This appears to be some sort of sniper spotter team they're working with an RTO. So, I don't know what they're deployed for over here. We got a few more guys being deployed on base. This is a weird one so far. And then you got SOG on the ridge here doing Overwatch.
We'll go to the next rock over there.
Righto, Wizard, welcome. I would say there's no misplays so far by either side. OPFOR, again, are just going to be playing mainly defensive. Boats have deployed only a small group of 5 people to potentially push in to see if they can get the intel piece. But again, this is only worth 3 points. It's cashing at the 40-minute mark, plus the, I think they did a 10-minute save start. It could have been an 8. You guys can remind me about that. Hilltop here is worth 4 points, and the city itself is worth 5. So OPFOR doesn't really need to go in to hit the intel spot. So this is just going to give Blue 4 more time to deploy their force, in all honesty. TSB is with Twig King, who's on the multi, but again, the bot might be busted. It's hard to say. So apparently when I hit that button, it makes noise come out. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, perfect. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, Dave.
Can you hear me now?
And TSB is over. Oh gosh, Seedorf's on. Last time Seedorf was one, everyone went nuts for him, which I still don't understand the phenomenon. We even had a Twitch staff member come in and profess his love to Seedorf. We're not going into that today. God damn. I don't see TSB, but I could just be blind, which is more likely the possibility. I'm sure we'll find them in the op somewhere. Yeah, no, I don't see any TSB players on tonight, so who knows? Alright, otherwise we got the Hueys now flying overhead again. One's a gunship and one has rockets. Compared to OFCRA with a mortar and multiple static guns, but it looks like... Oh, wait a minute. Depso is trying to range out the Hueys here. But seems to be unable to get a hit. We got more rounds flying by. So OFCRA has multiple AA guns, actually. We got another one up here. I guess a helicopter towed these on top of rooftops and whatnot. So with all those AA guns, I mean, that's actually a much bigger threat to Blue 4 than I originally thought. But they're all facing over the city itself. Huey's dodging rounds here. You can hear him clicking by it, though. Machine gun fire also coming up. But they're flying short. Oh, this is bad. Lead the shot. You're going too forward. Oh, he lost his opportunity there. And I think the UH-34 spotted him and dived. So it looks like the gun bags were for Dishkas. Oh, if he didn't lead it too far, he would have gotten a perfect shot on it. You can hear that AA going off, though. Hey, Nem, how you doing? All right, so ARVN Convoy has entered the FOB here. They're going to be holding that for the 40-minute mark, I bet. I just don't know what Blue Force plan is going to be to transition to hit the hilltop. And of course, Nemesis needs no introduction, but these days we know him as one of the SOG Prairie Fire community managers. So I shot him a message here to come check this out, because this is covering both SOG and its predecessor, the Unsun mod. Now you still hear those AA guns firing. I think Air right now is just trying to drain the ammo from him. But again, my render distance is lacking a little bit. I think we can... All right, there we go. Awesome. I just had to find the right system. Now this will give us a bit more of a large-scale POV here. I'm going to turn it down to medium, though, a little later, because it's a little choppy. What does medium look like here? Yeah, medium's doable. Still better than what we previously had. Ah, so you didn't know, Nem. Alright, just making sure, broski, because I didn't. Helicopter flying by wide. Again, dodging that AAA. Oh! Oh! I just caster cursed the... Ah. Yeah, he dodged all right. Well, he's still alive. I mean, that's a good sign. His co-pilot not so much, but ooh. He was going to dodge it, right? That was the Rocket podcast too. So these are heavy assets that Blue 4 isn't going to be able to use now because they're getting shot down. That's a shame. I mean, yeah, considering how big this gun is, I would assume a single round tearing through a chopper would probably insta-kill it, to be perfectly honest. I think they're circling the city just to bait out or do wild weasel runs on OPFOR, but as you can see, it really... At the cost of the rocket pod helicopter, though, that was a bad call in my opinion. If anything, they should have been identifying these shots and then hitting them with rocket runs. So now it's a matter of, can these things also look down enough and shoot at infantry too is the real question. Or if Blue 4 gets on that hilltop, these things are going to look over and annihilate them. I mean, you can say it can also probably work against tanks, but at the same time, you just saw it one tap a chopper, so it's whatever it wants to be at that point. All right, so we got an OPFOR small man team coming up over here. They got a 19, that's a Springfield, excuse me. PPSH, 2 AKs, and is that only a 4-man team? No, they got their medic all the way back here. What do you have, broski? You have another AK. I mean, if they wanted, I don't know. I'm gonna keep complaining about that and what happened, but OPFOR, they're not sending a kill team to go check out the wreckage. So we could see HTM trickle back in here, but again, we'll have to see. He's got a single M16 though, so. AA firing once again. Very up high, though. Oh, that went right. That looked like it hit from my side. Tracer round literally cut through the rotors there. That was within inches. Damn. That would have been one hell of a snipe, though. Bovium, you got him looking around in the northern direction there. I think Blue 4 is ferrying infantry over here, and they're going to be doing a 20-minute walk over to the hilltop. What's interesting, though, is you got all these VC around here, I guess, waiting in reserve.
Where did you go?
I guess to push in later, I guess they're also listening. They're doing a bit of an LZ watch. So they're waiting for them to come down. Oh, we got the MG42 in play here. They're waiting to hear if Blue 4 is going to land back there so they can immediately pounce them. Smart call, smart call. Looking over, you still got Charlie watching this route. And you know, we got the choppers flying over them, but I don't see anyone loaded in those choppers. It's just, they're just flying around for the sake of flying around. It's hard to tell what they're actually doing. Rigel's scanning the coastline. He might see these guys down here. Oh, these guys, I think, got engaged by the ridge here. You got mixed down. These guys have pulled back. Bluck got the kill.
Try to get 360.
Gradually sees that movement. Is he gonna go for a strike? Oh, we're seeing some AA fire streak through. He's dodging. Charlotte has just shot me a message. So, yeah, alright, TSB's in Juan. Apparently, according to her, OFCRA has a very dumb plan right now. Here's the M134s tearing through. Soyo gets hit. Rigel overcommits and needs to fly around. AA guns firing. It's landing short. You can hear the impact of the round, so it's definitely an explosive round. These guys doing medical otherwise. He's looping around for another run. You guys should probably get in that elephant grass. Yeah. What are you looking at? You know, that's a PPSH 9x19. Yeah. The brave VC that could, and then he disconnects. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he could win that fight. And then you go for his PPSH. No, come on, Steel. Steel, keep it going. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. If you're gonna stop, at least stop in the elephant grass. Right? No, no. Oh, I can hear the Jaws theme. Dun-dun. Hey, yeah. There you go. No, that's the... Okay. Maybe he's looting it for more ammo? I really don't know what he's doing. Okay, he's going to the tall grass. He's changing it up. I thought Rigel had him spotted. Looks like we finally have a BTR-40 coming around to check the crash site. Here she is. Man, just reminded them that there is a bug fix for it. You got HTM around here trying to find a way in. We got a smoke grenade popped on the LZ over here. AA gun stuck looking low. Not sure if Depso broke it or if he's just looking around. I think he's spotting for the AA gun first. But yeah, OFCRA, they're not going to go for the intel piece. Now, if the intel was worth like 5 points, the same as the end game objective, that would have probably encouraged OFCRA to actually go and hit it, because that means whoever then controls one of the 2 objectives wins. So I think balancing-wise, that would have been a bit better if they made that Blue 4 objective worth those points to basically give both sides an incentive to turtle, but to also go after each other's spots, but... That's a tough call. So Steel's gonna get away. Rigel's still flying over. We hear the AA gun firing. Oh! Oh, no! He sees the 113.
C'est pour nous là, c'est pour nous.
That one hit.
On est pété. La tourelle est pétée. Ouais.
I think the gun's reloading. You might want to run. More rounds coming in. Ooh, ricochet. I'm gonna be honest, those 3 AA guns are probably the most powerful things in the field right now. Because it's anti-aircraft, it's anti-vehicle, and it's certainly anti-infantry. They have to have limited ammo, though. Wait a second, hold up. What? Why are you unconscious? Oh. What did you do? Alright, he's combing in other directions. I'm gonna take it back to medium. I like my frames. Are you... Oh god. Huh. That's a weird one. So HTM's being shot at. It's a feature. You know, good on the VC for spotting this. Ouch. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here because there's something causing weird render errors over here, and I'm just... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna play with that one, Chief. Oddball firing more rounds, not netting any kills, but he's definitely putting pressure on that hill. All these guys have fallen to being lower ground or gotten into little spider holes of their own. Got this chopper coming around. Again, I think it's just doing reconnaissance, though. Yeah, the bot's down. Which means Twitch is having issues at the moment. But again, I was talking about this in the beginning of the stream. Twitch, I don't know why, but July just seems to be the most issues out of every month I've just seen Twitch have said issues on. So it's weird. And so they got their mortars up there. I'm gonna wonder how much that hill's gonna disperse everything in terms of the mortars aim. But Oddball still firing rounds down at the infantry here. But Blue Form seems really content on just holding. How would I rate that trench fort? It's more of a barricade, but it's a pretty good barricade. But again, the real question is, are Blue Fort really going to hold this till the 40-minute mark? They don't see any OFCRA coming in.
Let you know, because if they can hit us, they can probably hit aircraft at our position.
But like, how is Blue Fort going to transition to the other objectives here? I feel like there's a fallacy here of they just want to hold this spot. I mean, they're making all these ambush positions too. But again, OFCRA, there's no reason for OFCRA to attack because the points just aren't worth it. You know what I mean? Which having issues? No, never. Like, OFCRA sent a small team in to go see what's up, but... This has kind of turned the early and mid-game into a bit of a standstill, which means the rest of maneuvering is going to be done for the rest of mid-game, and then it's not going to leave a lot of time for endgame. I have no idea what Depso's shooting at. He has that gun completely overranged. But again, I think these guys are just trying to bait out aircraft fire. Or anti-aircraft fire. But they're being a lot more cautious about it now that they lost one. They're not going over the village anymore. Or the town, excuse me. Steel's swimming back. So I think this is just going to be a very slow early and mid-game. Because both sides are going to hold their defensive objectives, but then that's going to lean it into OFCRA's favor. Because by the 40-minute mark, these guys are going to have 10 minutes to maneuver around the hilltop. They're not going to get it in time. So then OFCRA is literally just going to take the hilltop and overwatch with it, and then just hold the city. And then Blue 4, I don't really know what they're going to be able to pull beyond that. So you can see the chopper in the distance. OFCRA is trying to line up a shot on it. Rigel's doing another scan here. We have someone else that's unconscious. What? Did you try to get in a car and the car smacked you? Always have a battle buddy, guys. You never know when SOG forces going through a town will plant booby traps like an automatic door opener. So here's what happened. See this little thing right here? This was a device that SOG... It killed him. So SOG basically put up a little tripwire right here, so when it detects a VC, it automatically opens the door and smacks them back so hard, it kills them. How deadly to see a door actually kill a player. Now, this isn't the first time I've seen a door kill a player in Arma 3. I've actually seen this quite a few times. It's a rare phenomenon. But as you can see, looks like some of the other door traps here were triggered, but this man literally died to a door. It's a scary way to go. You can't really trust it. So just be careful, guys, when you're messing with doors, because sometimes they'll mess with you back. And it might cost you in a one-life scenario. So looks like we got Blue 4 maneuvering around, but still staying on a defensive line. We've got... Steel is back in a boat? But why? Why would you? I think we all know what happens now, but... Yeah, righto, Hayes. Spiked cars, they tried it with MAC-V, but they're too heavy to carry in the jungle. That's why they brought him in this urban scenario. Blue 4 is desperate for a little bit of attention. I guess Steel's gonna come in and give it to him. He's got 2 helicopters flying overhead, basically doing a patrol here. You've got this small force moving up on the far left, so they're gonna have a lot of resistance to fight. You still got those AA guns firing overhead. I don't know. Slow game. Very slow game. Got the AA guns firing again. Oh. Oh, those rounds are going short. I think they're scanning for him. There's the pitch. Low. Some machine gun fire spooks the chopper. Depso is still incredibly overranged here. No, that's just some blind machine gun fire as well. What is... What are you doing? What? Oh, Steel's dead.
Shopping, pull back. Look to our north. Go back there.
Hayes, you just cast her, Curse Steel.
Doobie, keep watching north.
Welcome, common user. How you doing?
Move over there. Over there. Sentry over there. Stay in those bushes and watch.
Is he just fodder to keep blue for here or something? Because I don't really know what else the point of that was.
And watch over there.
Because he's part of these guys that have all pulled back, so why did he take a boat and come back?
So I stole all that gold for nothing.
I think he just wanted to do something, so he just went in. I wouldn't be surprised with the fact this round is going at a snail's pace. We still have 8 minutes before we hit the 40-minute round mark, excuse me, and then Blue 4 will start moving out. We already see some picket groups moving out, but Op 4's only sacrificed 2 dudes. Blue 4's lost 2 dudes with a chopper, though. Well, actually, no, that's a lie, because Op 4 lost a 3rd guy to a car door. Just to have the choppers watching and waiting. This is definitely the slowest OFCRA round I've seen in a hot second. And the reality is, it's because both sides have an objective they want to turtle, but one is worth intrinsically more and puts one group in a better position, but Blue 4 doesn't see it that way. Blue 4 should have been committing 2/3 of their forces on offense, but instead just decided to defend the lesser objective with everything, and that's what's going to cost them. How'd they get the AA on the roof? They used an Mi-17 to air tow it. Or, you know, the expert VC engineers just, you know, took it apart piece by piece and reassembled it on the roof. Russian bias, that's how. Yeah, you see a crane over here, so they clearly, you know, reconstructed it over there before the U.S. forces noticed. Hold up. No, he's still just flying overhead. Oh boy! What a grenade throw! What a grenade throw! Oh, hey, look, it's the head of OFCRA. He seems to be in a bit of a pickle.
Hay un enemigo, hay un enemigo. One or two or one confirmed, one down. Hay un abatido.
Both sides seem really keen on sacrificing dudes to each other.
Y uno está muerto ahí en el suelo, ¿eh? Era el único que habéis visto.
Blood for the goat god.
Soy yo, soy yo, soy yo. Soy yo, soy yo. Nah, they are fucking done. They are fucking done. It's clear. It was one guy. No, yeah.
Yeah, it's free stuff. Oh! Newton pays for that mistake. Could still wake back up. Medics could still get to him, though. We got a medic over there. Nicholas here is going to go up and double tap. Double tap. Double tap. You know better.
Newton. Sanem, no te metas en el puro. Sal, tira para atrás.
There it is. Now, bonus points. Can you come up and rescue this dude up here? Or is he just gonna bleed out slowly? You know, with an AO like this, I feel like Blue 4 is gonna do something stupid and like go up here and try to swim across. That's what my gut's telling me they're gonna pull. I really hope they don't.
You still alive? No?
No, this is an enemy. Oh, he's a medic though. Fierce supply.
Manisha! Sucks to be you. Sorry.
Mention.
Manisha.
Find Nicholas. Find Newton, please, quick.
I'm trying to connect the
He's unconscious, I assume.
Oh.
Find him. He's not talking to me, so I'm assuming he's unconscious. Find him. Find Newton. Everybody spread out. Find him. We need his radio at the least.
Wow, someone went off on their own and got knocked unconscious, and now it's costing everyone everything? That's crazy.
Voy a avisarles. Busca rally, que alguien busca rally.
Open X a medic.
Newton is down. Where is the medic?
Where is he?
Yeah, in the bridge.
Okay.
Your medic?
Assuming that's the 50 cal firing up at that helicopter.
Newton. I live.
Acabo una trinchera, Nicolás.
Alright. Chopper, I'm assuming he's looking for somewhere else to land. I don't know who gave the orders for what, but Blue 4 needs a new battle plan, because otherwise they're just going to lose the time. Like, really, based off of Blue 4's strategy, though, they were wholeheartedly thinking OPFOR was going to attack them, which is silly, but it's fine. Dishka's going way low on those shots, though. Chopper's too far out. They're reloading the gun. Gotta be careful, though, because that Dishka only has 5 boxes of 50 round 12.7, so you don't want to burn it.
Nein, brauchst du Play-Set.
Ja, das habe ich vom Ding gerade markieren lassen. Aber das ist halt einfach eine grobe Richtung. Da könnte der Hubschrauber gelandet sein, der gerade rumgeflogen ist.
Ja, das ist die Geschichte mit 9 Punkten markieren.
Yep. Whew, we'll see him transition in 30 seconds, but again, the only plan I can think of for these guys is to basically just take the road and then go into the city, which they're just going to get stuck on this area here. And this bridge is going to be a death trap. Or they're going to try to swim, which could work, but is also a very big issue because I think the AA guns are going to spot the movement and they're just going to reposition OPFOR to counter. Blue 4 spent way too much time defending a low point objective, and now they're going to pay for it.
Tell your boys to stop staring at the fucking helicopter and get into the trees, please.
40 minutes are up. Got a few Blue 4 guys down here just coming in. We'll see what they decide to do. You hear the AA guns firing.
No, 15 minutes left
HQ,
though.
I think.
Enemies crossing the river, swimming. Watch south.
Permission to engage?
Negative, only Lima.
I'm not sure his bolts are going to go through that window, though. Wait a minute.
They're preparing to
Oh, that
cross the
is...
river from the exact south of the
That is
city.
the
Gonna mark it in a
dirtiest building
second.
I've ever... Look at this. What?
Come here.
One-way mirror?
Uni, let me know when you want me to engage.
Markers down on the map. Okay, well, don't break the windows if you could.
Just let me know when you want me to engage, though. I got a clear shot.
Alright, they got no fucking cover, right?
Nah, man. Like, we could fucking take out this fire team by ourselves. There's two more in the tree line over there that way, bearing.
Okay. Lima, do you have eyes on them? Copy. Lima, move your position.
I think Blue
so you
4's
can
lost.
clearly see them. The platoon element is gonna...
Got two guys crossing with a little bit of Overwatch. They can't see squat.
Fuck.
The window can't penetrate.
We can get to the roof. Come to the roof.
Risky.
One of the swimmers was just sniped. That was Profa here. Now he's going for the other shooters. He got hit, I think, because again, there's a marksman.
Yeah, I just took one fucking chest and picked it up.
Nice little keyhole here.
Yeah.
They're keeping him suppressed. I'm assuming that was Major Khan, because he has the marksman rifle. Yep. More shots coming in from the flank. Mr. Dave might be able to make it across. But then can Mr. Dave go on a one-man rampage is anyone's question. And I'm still not seeing Blue 4 doing any transition here. They might remount in their Vix, but I'm going to be honest, by the time Blue 4 actually tries to go in and do something, I think it's going to be out to time. Oh! Profo with another headshot with that AK. I'm surprised he didn't try to go under the water or anything, or maybe it was just too shallow for him to dive, but either way, it's a bit of a weird choice. Oh, you know he tried to check if he could aim the gun low enough, but he couldn't. So yeah, I don't get why Blue 4 is sending these small man teams in to die. Looks like Blue 4 finally found a way to drop off some of their dudes over here.
What? Again?
But yeah, these guys are eventually going to start pulling back because they're only going to be available here for 6 more minutes. Because they can just, you know, pull back and get back into the town. But you got this Vic flying over. Tweak gets his leg nicked.
Dude, I need you medic.
I don't know.
So Rigel's on 2 kills. We saw him gun down one of the guys earlier. I don't know where his other kill was. It could have disconnected. You got Mix over here. Ah, he was the other guy that got killed, but I'm not sure if that was from the airstrike or not, but Rigel's looking. Trees are too thick. And you're saying you lost him. You can see him in that little slit there, but we know where to look. Looks like he's trying to line up his Vic now. Pulling around. Risky hover, but AA can't cover that position. Now you got forces coming in the ground level, getting close. You got this team that could also come up and set up a blocking position. Good chunk of OFCRA to catch out in the open, but or out of position, not really in the open, mind you, but we'll just have to see. Blue 4 might just miss him completely. Now the real fun. Is he gonna spot Blue 4 and start shooting at him? He's looking. Hey, our bot's working again. Yeah, so OFCRA successfully broken away. Might run into these guys. Uh-oh. Now, will we see if those are friendlies or not? Yeah, so OFCRA successfully evaded that chopper. These two pulled back because their two swimmers got taken out. And again, I can't tell what OFCRA's doing here. Minute and a half more before the hilltop position's cashed in. He's saying he thinks he went west. No, they went east. Because there's no point in them going west because the objective's about to cash out. So that would just take them further away from the final objective. OFCRA might also be able to fan out and get away from these three as well. I just don't see how Blue 4 can bounce back because they're only going to have 40 minutes to come around with this stuff.
No aktualnie to nikt nie atakuje tej górki.
Aha, te helikoptery to co on robił? Lata po prostu. No strzelał wcześniej do nich.
To pewnie... A, chciałem powiedzieć, że jest liku, ale...
My obstawiamy to, żeby uciekli.
Yeah, they're just in defilade down there.
Ej, a nasi się wpierdalają na tą górkę, bo za chuja nie widzę.
Alright, looks like Blue Force finally mounting up in Vix and they're starting to go. I guess they'll pick up everyone else and they're just gonna go around and then attack from the bridge and it's gonna be a slaughter. That's gonna be an honest to God slaughter, and let me show you why. There's the 50-minute mark. Look at what's gonna be guarding the bridge. Here's the aircraft. I don't think Blue Force is even going to be able to get people in the city at this rate. Anti-air's firing a few shots. It's not really that effective, though. Blue Force is flying overhead. OFCRA, they're going to have to run into the open here. The Dishka's going to have to cover them. And we have a second Dishka set up over here as well. So Hilltop's safe. Now it's just the last 40 minutes for the city. And Blue 4 are taking a left. That's going to cost them another 10 minutes in maneuvering then. So 30 minutes to fight around this area. Yeah, that might give them the push they need, but what are these guys then doing? This is going to be the first op I've seen in a while that we're going to see someone lose because of time. That's crazy. Yeah, I agree, Ivno, and it's kind of a shame because this was looking to be like a really cool one too, but just based off of how the objectives were written, Blue Force just decided to turtle. So I have another Dishka brought down from the BTR-40. So they're going to use that anti-material machine gun fire to ward off the Hueys here. We've got the Hueys also landing more guys out here. So now we could see a final fight in the last 20 minutes. This is going to be a real endgame fight. That's interesting. Whatever works, right? What I'm concerned about is I think Charlotte went AFK and there's a big Blue 4 force moving by. Looks like they're back though, checking their inventory, but... Oh, that's well within Dishka range. Look at that though. Pilot got sniped out! Chopper gets destroyed. Blue 4 down to 2 helicopters now. Yeah, what a bombed Ilbanek. And they also have this mortar back here. So he's doing wide attacks so the Dishkas can't look up and hit him. It's never gonna happen, but imagine firing that mortar and hitting the chopper with it. But great adjustment done by Rigel there, seeing that there's Dishkas against him, so now he's doing basically steep dives in his attack patterns now. Opt for dodging more Blue 4 elements over here. No one on that gun to engage. Got some ground fire going in, some GIs crossing over here. You know, the crazy thing is, if OFCRA focuses all of their guys on this hilltop, Blue4 can just sneak into the city and kill most of the defenders. Because there's way too many guys up in this position that are going to be basically stealing away OFCRA's attention. OFCRA otherwise popping grenades around that wreck. BTR 40 going around north. These guys swimming across. There's, gosh, mathematics. I think 36 minutes left in the round. Or 34 minutes. 34. Time's a burning. Shots are way low. He's certainly getting shots in here and knocking them off their feet and whatnot. And he's quick to do a low turn there. And he got the AA gun firing at him, but just can't seem to get a proper lineup. More guns going. I still think Blue4 could do a last-minute rush-in on the city and still take it, based off of the number disparity OFCRA has with Blue4. This should be interesting. Charlotte's being attracted to the gunfire over here. And you hear those AA guns firing. Rifle grenade rounds, or that might be GL fire from M79s or 203s on M16s firing in. Time left about 33 minutes. Massive attack away from OFCRA coming in to do a flanking attack with Charlotte's on lead. Honestly, well-placed grenade, it will hit it there. We just saw something detonate in the sky. Might have been a weak hit on the aircraft from the AA guns, but didn't take it down. More shots coming in. We hear artillery now landing. Hitting right on top of Blue4. And it's incredibly accurate. Mortars causing Blue4 to disperse. Wow, that's rare when you see accurate mortar fire in PvP, but when it hits, it hits. More shots going on this position. Blue4 finally got the trucks around. Deployed quite a few guys over here. I really hope they're not going for the hilltop, though. Instead, they should be going for the city, because the city's where the points are at. And you got this force that's gonna probably take another 10 minutes to maneuver in. Now these guys coming down the open. Charlotte's back with friendlies. Ilbenek here fighting with these guys. I'm curious here, which mortar gunner got those kills? Roland did, and he got 4 with it. Nice. You got OFCRA now attacking the rear of some blue 4 elements here, all on this ridge here. 3 guys. They're getting double tapped now. You hear that MG42 firing. Absolutely brutal. Looks like Ilbanek was able to knock 2 out before he went down. He gets double tapped by Roy. 30 minutes remaining. Rigel still only on 2 kills. Grenades being thrown down to get these double taps, and that grenade gets that double tap. Great throw. Charlotte, though, following these other elements here. Gonna end up right on their rear. Hold up, now you got red on red. Charlotte's hunting. They're taking some stray marksman fire, though. If Charlotte could get into grenade range, that would be devastating. Let them take cover, and then you can move up and get into submachine gun range. These guys think they're just taking stray fire from these dudes. Shay gets knocked out. Roy takes a nasty knockout there. We're seeing some double taps going in. Gazog now running over. Gets a double tap. Grenade gets thrown. That's going to tip Charlotte off if there's still someone alive. That double taps one of the bodies. Roy wakes back up. Oh, and another knockout on Roy. Chopper still flying around. OFCRA right here, stopping this advance of Blue 4. Again, I don't know why they're advancing into the hill. We got this other team starting to move into the city. This is where it should be. That's where Blue 4 should be focusing their attention. But instead, they're just treating this as a massive platoon attack, and it's costing them. Charlotte not getting any credit for these kills because they're only getting knockouts, and the bleed out is what's killing them, not necessarily the bullets. I think Blue 4 might notice these OFCRA guys crossing right here. Yep. It's just a massacre. OFCRA's pulling their forces back, realizing they're taking a lot of fire. Is that a wrecked chopper? No, okay, that's a hut that was lit on fire. Now you got these Hueys focusing on the infantry in here. Gazog with a -1. That means he friendly fire killed someone. That's awkward. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Blue 4 shooting their own dudes, too. Yeah, get him. So they see OFCRA up here and they're starting to engage him. Oh, this is funny. The gunner got knocked out. Huh. Guys, if only there was a way for you to know, like a sign or something that would show you what the enemy looked like. If only there was a way, you know what I mean? And like this way was like put in every spawn point so you would know? Ah, whatever. I must be dreaming. It's okay. I'm sure we'll figure out how to do it one day. Anyway, these OFCRA guys are getting chewed the hell out. Seedorf is still alive. I'm sure he'll live a few more minutes at least. And funny enough, with this guy getting knocked out, oh, he's back. I guess they corrected him. But yeah, that OFCRA group is kind of getting chewed up on the ridge side here. Oh no, and now you're seeing Blue 4 friendly fire airstrikes. Alexander's the only OPFOR guy in here, but Blue 4's now striking their own men with air support. Rigel has still scored an enemy kill with that, though, so I don't know. Charlotte's picked up Mark 14 with the scope on it. Now you got Blue 4 firing up here. Oh, look at that grenade. Goes a little far. Oh, but that gets a kill. This guy's head is impaled on his rifle. Oh my god. That's not a good sign. That's Mauser and Aaron here holding with an RPK and M84, respectively. We had another OPFOR guy up here, though, get killed off. Probably scored a few additional kills with those grenades. Looks like Azog was able to get in here. He got a kill because he was at -1, but he was able to take out some of these OPFOR positions here and at least make them hold fast. We got Blue 4 reinforcements coming in. Charlotte's looking around, though. You got more airstrikes coming in. Oh, the danger zone. AA gun just isn't able to lead in time. OPFOR are going to be trailing behind this Blue 4 force here. Meanwhile, Blue 4's initial push into the town is still stopped. And OPFOR have sent reinforcements down to help hold against this. The entire ridge group was destroyed. But now you got OPFOR's rear force now coming along the rear of this Blue 4 squad over here. I just feel like Blue 4 is going to be defeated in detail at this point. More AA firing into the helicopters, but it's a miss. Oh! I think that was Depso. Yep, ground command just died for OPFOR. Got lit up by the 50 cal. Yeah, ironically, SZ, once he's told where the enemy are, he can actually hit them, but when he was engaging friendlies earlier, he wasn't able to hit shit. Ah. Now you got the rear of this Blue 4 element getting hit in the open. And they're just getting knocked out left and right. Artillery engaging and hitting the gun car. Accurately, Miley. Only SC survived. But everyone with them died. That was Roland. He's now up to 7 mortar kills. Again, some of the best accuracy I've seen with that mortar in a while. You got Wonder trying to push in. He gets engaged. Charlotte staying on the rear, has gotten a marksman kill now. You can, I think, see the body right there. Rounds are going a little to the right of the scope. Again, the scope isn't 100% accurate with this view. But yeah, these Blue 4 guys are getting pinned on this ridge, and now OPFOR's charging into them. Meanwhile, looking at this Blue 4 push here, still pinned. Dishka coming in. And we still got this large Blue 4 group to the north here, but OFCRA still has the bridge guard. It's just a feed in detail. 20 minutes remaining. Blue 4 and OFCRA coming right next to each other in the smoke. Duke manages to find Newton, though. Double tap. And it sounds like a helicopter was finally shot down. There it is. It was shot high. And who was that? That was Roland. Rest in peace. Or Rigel, excuse me. He was up to 3, now he's at negative, he's only at 2, so he got a friendly fire kill too. So 3 hostiles, 1 friendly. Ouch. More AK fire coming in. Wonder got knocked out. How's the charge back here? OFCRA getting hit by grenades as they try to push up. Funny enough, those grenades are also double tapping Blue 4 as well. But look at what remains of this ridge group. There was at least 20 or so infantry pushing up. They're down to 3. You can see the groups that were up here are all skulls and bones at this point. OFCRA trying to push that one Blue 4 position. Cyan, though, has 3 kills and a knockout on Mackenzie. But just look at all the skulls on Blue 4. And then the skulls on OFCRA. It's nowhere near close. So we have some guys up here. Some air cab guys, but yeah, they were all knocked out as they tried to move around up here, but it looks like Swede was able to knock him out. And hear him dying now. That was Wonder in the building there. And you're hearing more guys getting shot and dropped here too. Down to 1 Blue 4 still up, and that's Tyra here. Roderick gets killed. Let's see if OFCRA hone in on that position, though. Blue 4 looking over on this bridge here, though. OFCRA have it locked down. And that RPK gunner, ironically, has a friendly fire kill, but is also getting some knockouts on Blue 4 as they push up. Blue 4 looking to potentially also cross over here on the river, perhaps, but we already saw that not work out too well. But now that OFCRA is divided in so many areas, it could still work out for them. Mortars. Oh no. I think they're hitting this position with one lands on. Danger close. Uh-oh. They're off by a little bit. A lot more coming in now. Don't know what they were shooting at there. Oh, he's not done. Major Con firing while those mortars are landing, trying to get some marksman shots here. Is that Miller? What the hell is Miller doing on a CIA? Yeah, never mind. It's John Arma. Wave of disconnects here, I'm assuming on Blue 4's side. Now you got OFCRA fortifying more of the bridge here to prevent Blue 4 from getting on it. RPG's going overhead here as well.
C'est pas très loin parce que le moment.
Blue 4 just way too divided at this point. We got S Sofix over here. Did you not have ammo in your gun? Shoot him. There you go. I can't tell if Mike got the knockout or Sanin, but it looks like Mike got the double tap. AA gun just hit the chopper. You heard the impact. Took hit damage there. You can see it spinning a little less, but it was a weak hit. So OFCRA, we might see them start pushing reinforcements down into the town itself. More shots going out, but the farther it flies away, the less likely they're to hit. OFCRA getting knocked out because they're getting a little too greedy and they're trying to advance into Blue 4.
Ouais, au pire, moi je l'ai.
Putting smoke on the bridge to help conceal the position. I'd say OFCRA outnumber Blue 4 2-1 at this point, though.
Ouais,
je m'abuse, t'inquiète.
Gdzie ich masz? Po prawej, chodź, lewo, 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 lewo. Patrz mi lewą stronę, nie patrzę prawą. Zrozumiał?
Przyjął.
Uh-oh. Another smoke grenade. Now, if OFCRA's smart, they'll throw some frags. Because if they can get a smoke grenade there, that means they can get a frag grenade there. It's an MP40. Ooh. He's getting shot from under. With a 1919 A6.
Oh putain. Ouais,
Grenade.
c'est une fois que j'étais encore vivant. Là, je suis mort. Non, tout va bien. Ah, je suis blessé gravement. Il m'a oublié Oh merde, il y en a un qui est dans à côté de moi.
Some flanking fire.
Non, ça va.
Smoke's now dissipating. Blue 4 have crossed on the north. I'm curious, though, if these infantry are going to start coming. Yep, they are. Really steep, though. I hope none of them fall, but... yeah, they shouldn't be going down that wide. Hold on, Blue 4 command, Settler.
There's still on it, I think. Let's just rent.
Got more knockouts back here. Jonathan's the only survivor on the bridge. Bovin's pushing. Uh-oh. Oh! He shot him right in the dick!
Yes.
Right in the dick! Settler, I think, just got the drop on somebody. This guy. Even holding the radio, too. Costing an arm and a leg and that would to get across that bridge. All right. 10 minutes remain. OFCRA have more defenders down, though. Such a dick move. So Oxio heard those shots and went, "Ah, that's at someone else. I don't have to worry." And now he's taking a nap.
Yeah.
Why is Settler running around saying hello? Jesus. Battle's going good. Not for Settler, though. Bovin's running down the rice paddy to try to corner these guys. Polo's trying to cross on his own. Got a Blue Force squad in the town. Op4, though, are just chilling. You know, we could go to the next 10 minutes and these guys couldn't get engaged because Op4 is all on the outskirts here. Then you got these guys gently trying to rappel down the town. Or down the ridge to the town, I guess.
Ja, aber ich will sehen, wie sie sich erschrecken und hinwerfen. Ja, aber das wäre dann in dem Moment im Views. Das machen wir. Oh.
Dun. Dun. Dun 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 dun. And he's dead. You know, Bovin, I have a really interesting idea. It involves your RPG, though. Come on, you gotta think bigger, Bovin. Bovin, buddy. Bigger. Oh, damn, there's actually a shark right here.
Let's give him a warm welcome.
Is it gonna eat him? Oh, it just went under him. Come on, Bovin. You gotta think bigger. Uh-oh, here comes Blue 4. And then you got Major Khan over here alone, but he's the only Blue 4 around at that point. And then we have one dude, Snoobus with his M60, just chilling. All right. I'm curious, here's Lolo. What happened to the rest of, Wait, Charlotte got all the way down here somehow. Huh. Looks like he tried to climb up and was finally shot. Blue 4 finally attacking. See if OFCRA recognizes that.
Gandalf nie żyje.
Looks like they lost one in that attack, though.
Jaki zaliczyłem, to kurwa team kill, ja pierdolę.
Numbers wise, it's 5 Blue 4 to at least 20 Op 4 in the zone. With 6 minutes remaining, nah. Op 4's won this, guys. Unless I see Blue 4 somehow just bulldoze. Even if they bulldoze through, Op 4's in too many positions with too many people to do anything proper.
I don't see anything pushing the bridge.
I think Adamek heard him.
You want to start headed back to center now?
Oh, Zero just got a kill.
Let's go. Time to go.
Freaking. Alright. Looks like Zero got killed after he got a kill. No, Zero's still behind. Alright. Yeah. Here comes Speed. Here comes Zero. And Zero's going from 0 to hero here at this rate. Spirit gets smacked. Bovin comes down. Epic manages to get a grenade out. And Bovin dives behind a pillar, and the angle actually saves him from the grenade shrapnel. Speaking of grenade shrapnel, oh, that was short. And I think Major Khan just got spotted by this massive group of OFCRA, and oh, he got caught in an open position and died. Who would have thought? Here comes the helicopter. If only there was like a... Oh, they blew the gun up! Damn. No way. Ah, short. I was hoping. What is that? Fish sauce. Delicious. Looks like the guy that was up there got killed. Another RPG whiffs. Well, Bovin killed the guy and then was coming back. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. Are you gonna use the river to cross, or are you gonna use the bridge knowing that there's friendlies on the other side? Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see more PvP in Vietnam. I feel like, though, if we're going to see PvP in Vietnam, we can't have Blue 4 have a defensive turtle objective, because that just caused the clock to get run out and Blue 4 to make an elaborate plan to divide themselves and just get screwed like this. Adam, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about an OPFOR guy that came back, Bovin, after he crossed and killed a guy and then came back around.
Status safe.
Right. Speaking of Rise 4K, thanks for the 62-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a nice kick out of this one. If you know what Moby Dick is, it's like this Middle Eastern kebab place. And I can smell it. Bloodwing ordered some. So I kind of want this round to end so I can go partake. But I'm going to be honest. Chopper's still flying overhead. There's one dude. And I'm going to go eat that rice. But hey, Nemesis, if you want, we can start planning next month's CDLC op too, because I'm sure this is inspiring, right? The shrimp fried the rice. Yeah, Spirit. 2 minutes remaining. Chopper's flying overhead here to hail a gunfire. I'm going to wrap it up here at dawn. Pay it out to OPFOR, because OPFOR have successfully defended the hilltop for 4 points and the city for 5 points. They have the number advantage inside. Blue 4 got 3 points by holding the intel piece. Final score is going to be 9-4, actually factoring in supremacy bonus. OPFOR gets another 2 points, so it's actually going to be 11-3. Because I think Blue 4 still have 15-plus players. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, 27. Nearly double. His engine just went out. But can he stick the landing? Going a little too much with the tail. He's gonna go in tail first. Nope. If he adjusted his tail, though, and didn't go tail first, he would have been fine. But unfortunately, he dragged the tail too much, and that cost him. I'd say will Spirit channel his inner Audrey Hotto and win, but he's got like 5 seconds. Yes, the fresh mag will save you, right? Yeah. Look out for the snake. He landed in the ground one. That's a good way to put it. All right. Really? 3 points to 6, but... Oh, they didn't get the city points for some weird reason. That's fine. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. That's it for me today. I'm going to go peel a bunch of apples with blood. We're going to make a batch of cider. Otherwise, cheers. Have a good one.